Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect. In the previous episode we got some prisoners and thankfully they've been well behaved for the most part. As you can see, we've got a total of 34 prisoners, which is our maximum capacity with this cell block A, and they've all been mostly okay. There's been a couple of ODs and a couple of things stolen from the cleaning cupboard, but overall quite fine. No escapes, no tunnels that I'm aware of, no violence, things like that, which is all good. It's what you want to hear. We have to get this dormitory, however, up and running sooner rather than later, because we're not bleeding money, we're not hemorrhaging it, but although the cash flow there does seem positive, we are getting some random things where we have to pay for them and whatnot, so like when we get extra food and stuff, so it's fluctuating. So I think the best course of action is to get the dormitory not done, but just get enough so that people can turn up and get more people in here, and then it means that we're just getting more money in general. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be the bunk beds there, so that's going to be a total of 8 prisoners, and then we want a toilet. I did say right opposite, but people are not a big fan of that, and quite frankly I never was either, so I think that is probably the way to go. The ones in the centre, they're not going to have them, and there's another OD because it seems to be quite an epidemic here. We should probably start putting some programs on, things like behavioural therapy, alcoholics group therapy, a lot of things we can have here, but all costs money, and that's something we just don't have. So I'm going to go to utilities, check the large pipe. It is running down, so that's fine. It's going to go down to there and down to there. But what we'll do, we know we're going to have it running to there either way, so we'll just do that. It doesn't cost much, so we'll place it. And we may as well add another bunk bed in. We could do. Question is, do I want them the same direction? If I do that way, technically the ladder's on the other side, but I don't think it matters, so I think we'll do that. So we have still got the intake open, however nobody's turning up. Why is that? Well, that's because this area is set to minsec only, which means that it's going to say, right, fill this thing to capacity. Well, only midsec is open on the intake, and that's not eligible. If we do that, however, 10 prisoners. Job done. Now that will give us a nice bit of cash, but not as much as you may expect. I mean, it's going to give us 5 grand, which is enough to then, again, increase the dormitory size, which is what we want. So I'm going to go to concrete tiles and place some, well, 2 concrete tiles there. I'm going to be slowly increasing the tiles around here, so we've got a good walkway. Obviously, there's no metal detectors on this one, which is a problem, but as always, they're going to go inside the canteen, so they'll always go through some sort of metal detecting solution. In terms of the power station, we're okay there. What we will have to do eventually, and probably at night actually, we're going to have to split the grid. So my plan was to probably go ahead and I'll remove... Let's see, the grid goes all the way around here and there. What I'll probably do is split the grid that's powering all of that. I'll split it there. Alright. Then I'll have another one from here coming along and then connect up. And what that allows me to do is this one, what the hell? This one here will power these rooms, the kitchen, and then these two, or these rooms here, and then along. The other one will power all of this around here, all the way down and along, and then it'll power this, which is our laundry, and it'll also run off from the right hand side to here, and then it'll power the workshop, which is obviously going to be the main drain on that one. So as you can see, we're in minus figure there because we have staff meals, which isn't accounted for the daily cash flow, so sadly it is going down, negative rate. However, it looks like people are on break. There is a recreation need getting fulfilled now, so they're sitting next to the radio, you see, so that's why that's getting fulfilled, which is good. Not as much as some other stuff, but it is slowly going down, which is good. Danger level, staff morale is high, so that is fine. We can check the overall needs anyway by going to, unsurprisingly, needs and then staff. So you can see there is a critical need for a couple of things, but that's probably just the people that haven't been on shift yet. The rest does seem to be fulfilled. Warmth need is in there, but that is just classed as fulfilled, satisfied, because we don't have weather turned on, weather and temperature. So there you go. Right, so our prisoner capacity is currently 44. So 3 more beds, and we're sorted. That'll give us 20 grand, which is enough to then finish off this dormitory and probably do the other one as well. But I think with the amount of ODs, we really need to start running some programs, because that's becoming a bit of an epidemic. I don't know why there's so many. Grading this, fine. Mood, good, normal, or bad. I thought recent misconduct, I thought it said ODs. Apparently not. Let's just double check here. No? No. You can see there's weapons, there's no supply and there's only a little bit of demand for weapons there. Someone's just been searched as well when they went through the metal detector because it did bleep at them, but it didn't do anything. Interesting. So we can actually check graphs now. So we've got number of prisoners, you can see that going up, as well as prison value rising up. We'll change that to none, and we can see, where is it? Number of incidents. So 1, 6, and then 10. So that's when we got prisoners there. Probably there, I'm guessing. Could be day 18. And then sort of spiked as it goes up. It probably was day 18, actually. Incidents, actually, ODs are probably incidents, but I don't think finding contraband is an incident. Although I'm not entirely sure what is defined as an incident or not. I don't know what it is. The prison size is pretty much stayed exactly the same as you would expect. That little bump there was probably this, when we did the outside bit. I would assume, perhaps wrongly. But anyway. So, lots of stuff getting cooked there. I don't know why there's so much waste all over the floor. What I might do is get a wheelie bin placed in the corner there, just so it all gets flung in there. Although, to be fair, probably not that hygienic, is it? Although putting a cardboard box on top of the stove top is probably not hygienic either. So danger level is going to go up, and I don't know why. It said they had serious complaints, probably because they couldn't use the shower. Oh! There we go. There's our first bit of violence there, and that's some fighting. Looks like Conahan is fighting. Looks like that has been subdued and stopped. So, let's see. Why were they fighting? Recent misconduct. No reputation to speak of. I'm guessing that unconscious person then. Snitch, yeah. John Hornick. That's what it was. It was a snitch. I knew that would come back and we'd have that problem eventually, but I didn't realise it would be... I thought it would be on the first day rather than then, but hey-ho. So, going to go over to our deployment here. Guard patrols. Going to set up a guard patrol right in the centre. There you are. That's just going to walk back and forward. And then we'll max speed that out. There we go. 2 ODs again. I don't know why there's so many. There must be drugs coming in from somewhere. Yeah, overdosed. I don't know if it's been brought in from the visitors the visitors area. We'll put a dog patrol in there. Sadly, we just don't have the staff to sort that. What I'll do, I'm going to get bunk beds in. Once these bunk beds are in, that should be that maxed. Need 2 more guards. Really like another dog handler, but just can't afford it. Just can't afford it. So there is some of our new prisoners. As you can see, they're all low risk. That was the aim. We've now just got another 20 grand, which is good because I can now hire 2 more dog handlers. And now that we've got a dog handler walking around here, hopefully, if there's anything smelly, we'll detect that. So, I'm going to go and set up a couple of programs. We want pharmacological treatment to drug addiction. Want to start that for sure. And probably group therapy. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? They can't be brought in. Is that what it's telling me? What's happened? 2 prisoners unable to be assigned to a cell. Ah! Darn it. That's a problem. What's happened is not entirely correct, actually. What has happened is that once 2 prisoners, that would be Dan Conahan and Stephen Garner, once they've started fighting, because of the policy is such that if they fight and do any serious injuries, their security rating goes up. So what has happened is their security rating's gone up. That means they're no longer medium risk, they're now high risk prisoners. And because of that, the game has went, well, there are now 2 free cells in here that are, well, free. 2 cells that are free. So we're going to bring 2 other people in there. Medium risk. But these guys have still kept their cell assignment. That shouldn't happen. That is still medium sec. So I have a problem there. What I'm going to do is take off my intake, go to shared, and then these guys are just going to have to go there. Don't have an option. Don't have an option. So I'll wait until these prisoners have been moved. Oh, they probably won't be moved, actually. Oh, yes, they will be moved. They'll be moved into the dormitory, probably. It's going to be a problem. Anyway. Yes, there you go. Look, they've been moved into the dormitory. High-risk prisoners in with low-risk prisoners. That's never a good thing. I can't think of a time when that's ever worked out. Right. So, what we'll do... we'll just put these extra bits in here. And we'll have to have a bit of a think about what we do. Certainly metal detectors. How are we doing? Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. And you can't split it, so you see I have some of one and some in the other. Okay. The solution is for us to set those prisoners as medium again. I think. No, it's not. Okay. The solution is wait for 2 of these prisoners to leave and then probably assign them back over to that cell and then have this like the original one. That's probably what we can do. Obviously, long term, we're going to have this as a high-risk cell anyway. So, yeah, that's probably what we'll do. What we can do is we can speed up the proceedings by having a parole room. And obviously that will allow us to do some parole. And darn it, it can't rotate round all the way, which is a problem. Anyway, we'll also have a guy in there. We'll have someone a guard in there, because otherwise it can always kick off. So I'll have a parole room, and it means that if we're going through parole and such, then the people will probably leave faster. So programs, we're going to go down. Parole hearing, we're going to start that. It says no equipment, but I'll just keep that in there until the work person has built or rated it, which it's done. I'll reschedule all that, and then I'm just going to put as many in as I can, and then reschedule all, and there you go. All rooms are now booked, so yeah, we probably need to increase the size of that parole room. We could put another parole room in here. Could have 2 of them, but then it means a very, very small cleaning cupboard, which isn't something I'm too bothered about, quite frankly, but I don't know. We'll see how that one goes. We'll see how it goes. So we are receiving some money now, 1,120 generic units of currency. Do have a decent amount of money. We also have in our grants lots of other stuff to do. So we've got things like the nutritional research, crackdown on drugs, tool cleanup. We'll go for crackdown on drugs, which is find 10 illegal narcotics. We've already got 60% on that one. It's currently sleep time, so I am going to wait until the guards have finished whatever they're doing. 14 are on patrol, wow, okay. And I'm going to do a shakedown. Obviously, it's at night, so this is going to cause a problem. Ah, look at that, we found 3 ropes. Where have we found 3 ropes? We found ropes there, and it was stolen from there. Now, how did we originally find it? Ah, it was hidden, and we found it. So we know that they are making ropes. A lot of this booze. Booze was smuggled in. That was stolen, that booze. That was brought in, I think. Yeah. Okay, there's one. There's that grant done for the narcotics. I'm going to do tool cleanup as well, which should hopefully get done once this is finished as well. We will see. We will see. Do I want to have a bench across here? I sort of do. Don't know what else we can have in the centre here, but I just think that makes sense like that. We're going to lock open these as well. Eventually we'll have all my door openers on, you understand, but still. So there's our shakedown. And we have not yet finished off the tool cleanup. In fact, we've just lost part of it, which is interesting. Remove the supply of stolen tools and remove the supply of stolen weapons. And oh, there we go. We must have just found the very last one. I'm going to stop the search there because it's probably going to take quite a while. So in nutritional research, decent to do early on. So I'm going to go for that. So I will turn on the... Where is it? Regime. I'll turn on, so we have, instead of lockup, we have eat. So 3 eat. High variety, high quality meals is what we want. And that'll be in policy. High and high. There you go. So we're now going to start to do this one. Serve 3 high variety, high quantity meals for 2 days. Alright. I think because of the size of that, we probably need to add some more cookers. There we are. Connect that up. That should be okay. We got 42 grand, which is, I think, enough to probably put some mosaic in that floor. There we are. And I don't think... There's Halliwell doing some parole there. Don't think we really need to get any more prisoners just yet. I think we need to probably start and tidy the place up a little bit. Because it's not very good, is it? Things like white tiles around here would be nice. There we are. White tiles around here. And things like that. And really we need to start thinking about the chapel. Although, there's always this as well, which I have been foregoing in for for the things. How are we doing? Normal security 33. Aha, excellent. So you are now normal security. So we know that one person has left. One person is being released. Probably due to the parole, I think. But who knows? Got Karen Lee Sin Sinclair there. I'm trying to think, do I want to place more bunk beds in here? I don't think I do. I think that's okay. At least this, people are using different showers now, which is good. Yeah. So, theoretically, how much would it cost to do this building here? 10 grand. Probably another 10 grand for that as well. Why not? Let's go. Let's go. Let's try it. So, oh, hell's bells. Oh. Sasha Han 1860 Bell, so Hannibal. Holliker. Yeah, snitch and ex-law enforcement. Didn't see it. Also didn't check. Darn. Well, he's not the one I thought would have any issues. Quite frankly, I thought it was going to be the other snitch we have there. That probably means we should speed up our solitary confinement as well as protective custody areas. But again, it's cash. Getting this up and running that allow us to build this side. Although it wouldn't cost too much to build this bit, would it? 7 grand plus another probably 15 grand to get that done. No, because it's 10 grand for each, or 5. It's 500 for each of these entrances. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'll have to have a think about that one. In here, where do I want the entranceways, actually? Or entranceway, probably. I don't want multiples of, I don't think. Just makes it harder to search. Large jail door in the centre? No, large jail door either side. And then metal detector. Probably. Don't need double either side. And once that's done, get the planning on there. So is that even in the centre? 6 and 5. Oh, so it is a large jail door we want. Okay. So dismantle that and dismantle that. They'll come in handy anyway. Won't be too much of a problem. Or any problem at all. Although we do need to put the other power plant in. So that can go there. And that can go there. And then we need to power it up, which we did mention will go from the right in. And our objects will be... Oh, we should be able to put a full... Should be able to put a full series of tables either side. And then it'll be a typical saws, so 3 and 3. It'll be that. All the way along, you see. That'll be enough for us. And then maybe at one end. Actually, what I'll do, I'll measure it from either side. And then there we go. I might get rid of some of the ones in the centre. Actually, it's easy just to do this. Much easier, yeah. Probably get rid of those. And we'll have carpentry in here. That should be a decent workshop. And, oh, actually, no, it needs to shift one more to the right. Because obviously we're going to have that there in the metal detector. 2 metal detectors, actually. But we can still have that, the gap. that. And then there you go. Something along those lines. TBC. TBC. To be confirmed. Right, so I'm going to just check here. We have, yes, 31 normal security prisoners. I want to get those changed to normal risk again. So I'll change, to be fair, our... I'll change all of these policy security rating changes to none. So I want to have that as normal security. See, look, they've still been assigned to that cell. So that is a... I don't know whether you would call that a bug, a quirk. Yeah, it does feel... It shouldn't happen. So... Hang on, we got clones sleeping here. And we have a problem. The person I want to select is on the other bunk bed, I believe. I think they're under the thing. I think they're underneath. I mean, that one's easy to do. Normal security. But the other guy... Garner's under there. There we go, we can use tab. So set that to normal. So we should now have a total of, yes, 34 prisoners. There you are. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. So 34 prisoners normal and the 34 normal, 34 capacity. So when I unpause it after I go for a low sec, I was going to say medium but low, then these should be moved to there, and then I can go over to intake and then go to fill capacity, and then we'll say fill to 66, which will be 25 prisoners in but a moment. So we will leave it there. Next episode we will get even more prisoners, which may or may not be a good idea, but once we've done that we can then get this up and running, but it means running more cables, and yeah, that's going to be a task, but that's what we'll do next episode. Okay. That's going to be a bit of a job, that one. Anyway, hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.